Good. So I saw you got stolen over there by home delivery world. Yeah.
I kind of voluntarily did it, but
Yeah. No problem.
Sorry
No
about
problem. No problem. So you're the last guest of today.
that. Okay.
Yeah. So very exciting. So how's everything going? Day one. This is your first time, I think you said.
It is my first time here. Yeah, it's been great so far. I really liked your session this morning.
Oh, thank you. I saw you in the audience. Yeah, thank you for supporting.
I've had some really great conversations. There's a lot of companies I'm really excited about. I love the startup.
Yes, that's
section.
cool. The startup zone they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So you're from Rufus Labs. So tell us a little. We've had Rufus Labs on the podcast before, but for people that may not be familiar, what do you guys do?
Sure. We are a wearable barcode scanning platform as a service. So we focus on wearable barcode scanners, and we have a software program or that platform that comes with it that provides a lot of labor analytics and different data. I'm nervous right now. This is not my wheelhouse.
Oh my gosh, you're good. Oh no, it's good we get you on because we've talked to Gabe, who's the other co-founder, right? And you're co-founder too. So we need to get the other side of the story. We need to be well-rounded here on Rufus Labs, right? So you guys do a wearable device, right? And a couple of different versions depending on the application. But I think probably the most powerful part of it is the Work Hero, right? So tell us a little bit about Work Hero and how that works.
Yeah, so Work Hero is basically a complementary. It comes with the hardware, and it's designed to help essentially give a warehouse really insight into labor analytics, scans, steps that are being taken. We have the ability to find lost devices, to track battery health, to really look at to allow the operator to really have insight into what's happening with the device, where is the device, who's using the device. So it provides a kind of smarter, we like to say, than just regular scanning. It provides a lot of other insights.
Yeah. I think I've seen the Work Hero and I had a little demo with it, and I think it's so insightful as to like really what's going on, and it really allows you to make decisions and continue to continuously improve and really go after what are my issues within my cooking or whatever other tasks you're using with that scanning device, and it really gives you some great insight and kind of acts as a labor management system in a sense, without having to invest in a whole nother labor management system. It kind of just comes with the hardware, which I think is a great thing. So I mean, tell us a little bit about, because through the podcast, I mean, I think you were one of the first companies that I talked to that was really embracing the whole kind of like hardware as a service type of thing. So tell us a little bit about like initially how did that idea come about, and why was that so important to bring that to your customers?
Yeah, so, well, I guess there's a bunch of different factors, but one was really ROI, right? Like being able to have a customer buy in the beginning, not have to lay out the funds up front. We're able to get more customers in earlier on, and they're starting to see the return on their investment earlier. So that's definitely has been one crucial, I think, motivating factor behind it. This industry is not really used to that. People are used to kind of purchasing hardware up front. But what we've realized is by having customers with a longer term contract, we're really having more touch points with them. We're more invested. They're more invested. So they provide us with suggestions. And on a monthly basis, we're adding to our platform. We're adding new features. It's wild because it just continues to grow and grow. And I think that by having almost like a community that network together, and by not having it be the transaction is over as soon as you purchase the hardware. It's an ongoing relationship, and I think that makes our product better, and I think that our customers get better service as a result of that. So it's kind of been that's my kind of perspective on it. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a great thing too, and like you said, it gives you kind of that ongoing relationship where I think in the past, like you said, it's like, oh, you buy the hardware and that's it, right? It's like the end of the relationship, essentially, except for warranty, et cetera. But I think it gives you that flexibility to like you said, and I know you guys, if you have a damage or something like that, then you're able to completely swap in and swap out, and you can scale up, scale down as you need to, whether you're going through peak or different things like that. I mean, I think it gives you that flexibility, and from an OpEx standpoint too. I mean, it makes a lot of sense from a financial perspective. And with the monthly updates, as you mentioned too. I mean, I think you're not going to get that the typical hardware where it's like you buy it one time, and then if you want to upgrade it, then either you're going to have your IT team do something, or you're going to have to go and get new hardware again. So the fact that you're able to continuously get those updates, I think, is so key, especially in today's kind of fulfillment and warehouse environment, as things are kind of constantly changing. We're always looking for new things. So what kind of technologies are you guys seeing that are kind of, you mentioned there's a lot of exciting stuff here at the show, but what kind of technologies are you guys paying attention to now that you're thinking that you may be implementing in the future, or trying to kind of partner up with or tie into the Rufus platform?
Yeah, well, I guess let me talk, maybe if it's okay, about some of the cool companies I've seen here.
Sure, go for it.
Because I think that one is Fulfillville, was a female-owned 3PL that I spoke with. They're the startup.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to them, and they're doing really cool stuff.
Yeah.
3PL. Like, they're not just fulfilling, packages. I mean, they are doing that, but they're also doing services. Like, they're bundling demo kits or things like that. They're doing handwritten notes when it's necessary. It's like 3PL plus, and I thought that was a really cool, unique perspective. So I'd love to, to kind of develop a deeper relationship with them. Something that DutchX, I don't know if you've seen that.
I see it right over here. I haven't checked it out yet. What is that?
So they are a logistics company that is using, and the name of the company, that the manufacturer is different, but I had a great talk with the manufacturers. It's an awesome electric bike that has, I think, the ability to carry like 400 pounds of packages in the back.
Oh, wow.
So they can,
that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, basically eliminate like a lot of the issues with, automobiles. They're not subject to New York to like parking regulations, which I thought was fantastic. Which I don't know. I've lived in New York for a little bit, and having like a delivery service that can.
I've talked to carriers that deliver in New York, and they tell me like they budget hundreds of thousands of dollars just for tickets.
Yeah.
Each year, it's insane.
Yeah. So this company, I just think that that's really cool. They'll pack these containers that attach to the back of these electric vehicles, and they'll ship them like on a cargo freight, and then they'll bring them to New York City, and then they'll kind of like dispense them. It's just a cool. I think that was where the city was. It's just a really cool concept. And then Truckstar was a startup that I just spoke with today. I thought they were cool. They're trying to kind of consolidate a lot of WMS APIs into one place, which I thought was really cool. So for a company like ours, where we're WMS agnostic, but we deal with companies I just recently put together a list of all of the WMS companies that our customers have used or using. So to be able to tap into those APIs really easily and do that, like, it saves a lot of development hours. So that's another thing I'm excited about. So I don't know if that's kind of
interesting stuff. Definitely. Hey, give me. I'm going to be walking around after this, so you give me some ideas of where to go. I definitely want to check them out. So really interesting stuff. I mean, I think it's really interesting what you guys have been doing and been doing for quite some time now. So I think you're kind of a little bit ahead of the game in the hardware as a service kind of model, which I think is really cool, and definitely appreciate you guys supporting the show all the time as well. So what's next for Rufus?
You mean some of the stuff that's coming down the pipeline?
Can you give us some breaking news?
I don't know if I have breaking news, but some of the cool stuff that we have right now that we talked about at ProMat. We have our long range scanner, which is hitting like 60 feet, which is awesome. Not only for long range, but also really small barcodes. We found that that's super powerful. We have a new battery that's under development, and it's going to be for deep freezer facilities. So
very nice.
So I got to spend a couple days in a freezer warehouse, which was like a new thing. I used to practice law. I don't know if you know that, but I went from sitting in an office practicing law, litigating, to switching to logistics, and so now I'm kind of relearning everything, and I love kind of like having these experiences that I just wouldn't have had before. So like full day shifts, like these new batteries are lasting, and that's been a cool thing, because cold storage right now is such an important, critical piece of like
super
supply
high
chain.
Demand.
So to be able to service that and to be able to provide that has been really cool, and understanding really. I'm having a better understanding of really how super critical it is for our economy and everything. So
absolutely. And I was talking to somebody who works in cold chain just the other day, and they're outgrowing their space, trying to find more, and it's just such a challenge to do that. And you also mentioned, they do have challenges trying to bring in technology that's going to last and suited for those things, especially with automation and everything, and all those moving parts. Dealing with sub-zero temperatures is not always a great relationship, So it's great that you guys are dealing with that and putting a solution out there that's targeted towards that market too, because it's such a critical and core market, right?
Yeah, those are tough conditions. They're tough working conditions, and to have technology that doesn't work is a problem when people are working super hard in there. And I just, as you said, that Warehouse with a Z is one of the startups. They're kind of they say the Airbnb of kind of warehouse space. So I don't know if they have they might have cold storage capacity, but they basically find capacity for different folks. So that might be a cool solution for one of your. I'm just always loving to kind of connect.
Yeah, super connector. There we go. I like that. So very interesting stuff, definitely, and you're close to home, right? You're originally from Jersey?
I was last in New Jersey, originally from White Plains, New York. Just visited with family, actually. I was out here, so that worked, and then heading back to Los Angeles.
All right, cool. Well, it was great to catch up with you here on the show. If people want to find out more about Rufus Labs, how can they do that?
Get rufus.com and or Paula at rufuslabs.com if you want to email me directly. I'm not sure I've not.
We're going to blow it up. Blow up the email.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for stopping by the booth. Always good to catch up with you, and we'll catch up a little later.
Sounds good.
All right.